Give me a second. I will check that everything is working well for the live stream. You will see the sign on the Zoom that it is live once we are live. Oh my God, I can't believe I did it. I was very much stressed that it will not work this time.
Great job.
Okay, we are live, officially live, and welcome everyone. I see already some people joined us as early birds in our YouTube channel, and others will follow shortly. So very, very glad to meet everyone in this wonderful day. As we wrote in the announcement today, it's a very, very special day. At least I personally have a feeling that today we will celebrate 100K Bitcoin. It's already 99 something. And yeah, let's see. Maybe during our live AMA session with amazing Matthew Larose, who is the head of growth at DeFi on Linea ecosystem and who is the brains behind DeFi innovations and ecosystem growth. Matthew, welcome to our wonderful community.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Joining in from Dallas, Texas. So it's a little bit early here, but I'm excited about reaching 100K today and excited to learn and talk about more about AlphaMind and the future of Linea.
Wonderful. And of course, guys, don't forget to greet our Kate, AlphaMind co-founder. Hi, Kate.
Hi, guys. Hi, Matthew, Nelly. As always, super excited for today. And I think we have lots of exciting things to be revealed and lots of insights to share. Thank you so much. So stay tuned.
Super. So, guys, I remind you that we will have some talks today revealing important information from Linea, from AlphaMind, and some anticipation of what we will expect in a short period of time. Later on, we will go through the questions that our wonderful community shared in Discord channel. They have a lot of questions to Linea and to Matthew. And if we have time, we can also go through the live chat. So if you have any cool, interesting questions to Matthew that you bother, asking, don't mind, just drop them in the live chat. And if we have some extra time, we will let your questions to be answered. And meanwhile, Matthew, well, since we already mentioned that the 100K is just, under the corner, what is your personal feeling? What will happen next? Will we see the alt season right away before the end of this year, or it will go a little bit further? So share with us some, wisdom and insights from your head.
Yeah, also, so people for the live stream, my name is Matt Larose. I do business development here at Linea. For 100K, obviously, I'm not a Nostradamus or anything, but my pulse on Web3 is I think we're going to hit it, and then there might be some corrections because people have been speaking 100,000 for a long time, so there might be some sell pressure. But given if I were to judge all the phone calls, text messages, MySpace messages that people have been asking me about crypto and Web3. Retail is coming back right now, so I still expect a continue upward trend for the next 6 to 8 months because I don't think 100% of retail is back, and retail is starting to ask me questions, at least personally. So I think we're still at the start of something great.
Oh, yes. And I didn't have time to read all the market news, but I definitely saw that even in Apple Store, in Google Play Store, the crypto apps right now at all-time high of downloads and usage. This is another sign that the retail is getting back here. I'm not even speaking about the volumes of usage of different tracking dApps, aggregators, DeFi aggregators, etc. And that gives us a very, very good confidence that the bull season is here, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Honestly, sometimes I might get a little nervous when you hear about Coinbase or Crypto.com or any crypto app being the top one. That makes you think, oh, wait, are we at the top? But I will say, I still think we have a lot of room to grow in the sense that, like, those apps might be very popular, but like, the joke I always like to use is my grandma's not calling me asking me what NFT to buy. Now, if your grandma starts asking you about which meme token or Linea meme token to buy, like maybe that might be some time to like take some profits, but right now, we're not there in my opinion.
my elder family members are not that advanced, but my son already is all in altcoins. So yeah, that is definitely a good sign.
Absolutely.
Matthew, tell us about recent updates from Linea. You just came back from DEF CON. And by the way, huge appreciation. I can't imagine how much energy do you have because you literally work 24/7 and in parallel flying all over the world. And all your team was in DEF CON speaking, revealing major updates and plans for 2025. So maybe you mentioned three, if three is enough, three most important updates from DEF CON from Linea.
Yeah, so absolutely. So people were excited and energized at DEF CON. That was my first time in Thailand. It was an amazing experience. It was awesome to get rub shoulders with the people growing the Linea team. I guess the three main announcements, in my opinion, are the three big takeaways. One, we officially announced intent to tokenize in Q1 of launch our TGE. So that was something we've been waiting to get off our chest. So a lot of people in the community got excited about that. We definitely seen, even though yes, Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of altcoins are on a run, but we had a lot of like Linea tokens that performed well, and the community like had some revitalized engagement. So that was exciting to see. I don't know if I would say announcements, but it was stuff that we talked about that the MetaMask MasterCard debit card that's run on Linea chain. We've gone live in Europe, and some of the touch points that we've been talking about is we're about to go live in Latin America, like Brazil and a few other countries. Right now, the U.S. market is like 4 weeks away. Again, we'll see. That might be more a little bit limited, but it was just extremely exciting to like have conversations with people in regards to like helping them explain like the MetaMask debit card is huge for the payments rail in the future of Linea. Like people, in my opinion, that build on our chain before those millions of users come on the debit card should benefit from that. And the other thing I would say for the MetaMask debit card, I will say as an announcement is I really love the approach of what the MasterCard debit card is trying to do. Yes, MetaMask has a huge amount of users. If you go look at Etherscan on any given day and see where the most transactions, you'll see MetaMask there in the top 5 or 10 at least all the time. So it's public on the blockchain. You see the swaps and fees generated. But I really love MetaMask approach that they mentioned was, yes, we're going to onboard our current users of MetaMask, but one of the markets that we're trying to help penetrate, like Asia, Latin America, is we want to bank the unbanked. Like we want to help onboard even more people into Web3. And as that process happens, at least from MetaMask side with the debit card, Linea will will benefit from that. So it was a lot of exciting stuff. Talked to a lot of developers. I'm surprised I still have a voice. So thanks again for having me. But yeah, those were some of the things that we talked about live with the people at DEF CON.
Oh yeah, this is another interesting topic about developers and Linea. We will definitely touch this. But since you mentioned the MetaMask card, can you please elaborate for those of our users? I know we have a lot of users from Europe, also a lot from Latin America and from Africa, African countries. And you mentioned Latin America is 4 weeks ahead, right?
So it's actually sooner than you expect. I would say if it hasn't happened already within the next 2 weeks, I believe Brazil is the next market that should go live. Colombia shortly thereafter. We definitely have some markets in Latin America that is going to go live before the US, but those are the markets I would say are next up on the list to go live.
So does it actually mean I live in Europe, in Spain, and does it mean that I can order without any bank, I can order debit cards from MetaMask directly, this MasterCard card, and this will be automatically connected with my portfolio in MetaMask. So when I need to spend something online or offline, I just use this card. No, don't bother myself with swapping to, as usually people do, right? Swapping to USDT and then swapping to fiat. I can directly do it through MetaMask.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly the process. Now there might be a minor detail that I might not be 100% on, but yes, that's the idea. Like with the debit card, it's an easier way to off ramp your crypto assets, and like in the long term, potentially be getting cash back on different things like USDC, wrapped Bitcoin, and Ethereum on things that you purchase. I will say that depending on the country, there might be different KYC requirements, but yes, instead of jumping through all the hoops in the magic internet money world, the MetaMask Master Debit Card is going to make things way simpler for the average user in Web3 and people who are not familiar with this space.
And what are the plans for Nigeria? They have very active and very warm crypto community. Do you have any plans for debit card of MetaMask in Nigeria?
So yes, I will say after like discussing with our things that I've learned from DevCon, Africa is a huge market of interest that MetaMask wants to be a part of. But to my knowledge, working with banks and credit unions in every country and different languages and everything else that's involved with banking and blockchain and magic internet money world, I think Africa might be more on the tail end or the back end of like launches, but it's definitely a focus. There are a lot of bright individuals and people building great things in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. We definitely want to help onboard more users in Web3 and all over the world. But yeah, Africa offers immense value, and we definitely want to go to market there. But from my understanding, I believe that because of just different things with banks and stuff that's above my pay level, is I think that the Africa market is going to be more on the back end compared to other markets like Latin America and Asia.
I see. So probably it also depends a lot on the local bureaucracy, right? And a lot of different specifics depending from country to country.
Absolutely, because sometimes like MasterCard, like sometimes in each country might have like different rules or agreements in place when it comes to like exclusivity. So like MasterCard might be live in one country or not, or maybe like that MasterCard might be open to other potentials down the line. So it's like there's just a lot of legal things and financial things that got to get squared away when you're talking to each specific country.
Cool. Guys, by the way, we will drop Matthew's link to his Twitter profile in the description of this video, but you can find him in X as Larose Digital nickname. And we are waiting when Matthew will publish. Finally, I get my salary on debit card on MetaMask, right?
Oh man, I can't wait to live on chain. I'm gonna make some goofy videos. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a TikTok meme coin, but I'll love it if that's possible. That's if it's on Linea. But yeah, I wanna buy average coffee, but more so too, I wanna get paid back, cash back rewards in crypto. Again, markets change, things go up and down, but I believe blockchain is the future, and I want to stack as much crypto and ETH and USDC as possible. So if you're telling me that I can get the ability to get cashback rewards on things that I'm spending anyway and live my life on chain, like I like living my life on chain, so it's always a struggle when I gotta like take all my capital off. So with the debit card, it's just gonna make that process seamless.
Guys, look, I don't know what you think about this, but it is definitely fascinating. And the first thing I will do after this AMA session is go to MetaMask website and see if I can already order my debit card from MetaMask in Spain. Check in your regions as well. And we will drop you the link in Discord channel, so it's easier for you to find out where to check this information about, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Matthew, let's talk a little bit again about the Linea plans for Q1. You mentioned that the token reveal will be there. And we all know that right now, by the end of this year, a lot of massive, fundamental incentives from Linea are coming to the end. So, for example, LXP points will finish, correct, at the end of November, and
Correct.
LXPL points as well, correct?
That is correct.
And by the way, guys, we have a quest campaign running on AlphaMind. You definitely know about that. The last week of, well, actually, it's not the last week. It's the last 3 days, 2.5 days. before November 25. In November 25, LXPL points will be finished. So you still have chance 2.5 days to go to AlphaMind to check amazing projects on Linea in DeFi sector, introduce them to you, learn how they work, supply liquidity, enter some staking pools, and earn extra rewards from Linea in LXPL points. Don't mess it up with LXP. These are two different streams, but both are very, very sexy, good rewards from Linea ecosystem. And my question is, when it ends, so what will happen after November 25th? On November 26th, does Linea plan other incentives, other activities to retain users, engage community, and so on?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just definitely want to double down on what you said. 3 days left. Get your neighbor, use your neighbor, mortgage a loan on your neighbor's house. Talk to your grandma, talk to your aunt. Let everyone know there's 3 days left because November 25th, things are coming to a close. But yeah, so I will say, I don't know if this is alpha or not, but since we've announced the token to come out in Q1, we've received a lot of questions about governance and tokenomics and how much percentage am I gonna get in my allocation. So these are all great questions, but I will say some of the things that we are planning on doing after the LXP campaign is over. We are gonna be serious about listening to our community. We're actually going to be having posts come out, trickle out, like talking about different things like, hey, what are your ideas about this governance? Or what about this idea of tokenomics? So we're going to be able to keep the community engaged they're going to be able to contribute to how we might move forward. And also too, like we're gonna be doing different things to help promote the MasterCard debit card. So I don't know all the incentives, but there's definitely going to be a strategy, go-to-market strategy. We're going to run with the financial payments narrative, like we're going to help bank the unbanked, and we're also going to help with speculative communities like meme coins. Meme coins bring trading, they bring TPS, they bring word of mouth marketing. Who knows? There might be a day where you launch a meme coin, and then that meme coin, you might be able to get cash back rewards on the MasterCard. Who knows? We live in a crazy world. There's all kind of potential in the future, but those are some of the things that we're going to be very active in talking to the community about how Linea might pave its path forward.
Look, what you just described here, it sounds like not post-apocalypse, but like a dream, right? Like a dream scenario for super high-tech sci-fi movie. That would be wonderful. And if we can see it even before the ongoing bull market, that would be just, over my all expectations. Can we see it soon?
What for the MasterCard? Or
yeah, for all these, cashback rewards and meme coins in Linea and all this cool stuff.
Yes, so things are coming down the pipeline. Yes. So obviously, given each market, things are different. We're busy at work, like you just said. I just got back from DevCon. I just recently spoke at North American Blockchain Summit. I ran a booth there. So literally after getting back from the amazing country of Thailand, I already just did another conference. So the Linea team in general, like that's the culture. We're hungry. We're hustlers. We are wanting to do anything we can to help the ecosystem win. So yes, I might not have the answers for all the different timelines for how every little thing will be rolled out, but best believe we are definitely at work.
Wonderful. Let's also talk about DeFi projects on Linea. And well, everyone knows that actually this is pretty strong vertical that you did amazing job to capture. I mean, a lot of cool projects like Clip Finance, Linux, Ava, Zeroland, and I don't have enough fingers, on my hand and feet to recall all of them. Strong DeFi projects that do amazing stuff on Linea protocol. And today, by the way, guys, don't forget, today we have whitelisting for AVA protocol, which actually solves the problem of all these unsecured bridges that, you know, have very, very high security, how to say it properly. Bridges are always understood to be a risk factor, because very often they can be broken, very often they can be hacked. And AVA did a protocol, data interoperability protocol, that allows do cross-chain transactions without bridges. And this time, AVA is doing their whitelisting for an exclusive token IDO on Linea chain on AlphaMind. If you did not whitelist yourself yet, please go and do it as soon as possible, because whitelisting ends in a few days. And my question to Matthew is, what do you think about this interoperability factor in DeFi that I believe the last year became, just a year ago, it was more a huge dream of a lot of DeFi people, because we still struggled to move assets from Solana to EVM to Bitcoin ecosystem and so on and so forth. But today, suddenly, we have so many solutions, we have so many roads, we have so many cross-chain protocols. What do you think about these dynamics? What do you envision to happen in the next half a year? And what do you think about AVA?
Oh, so first off, super appreciative to Ava and all of our partners. I do think, yes, memes are going to have success this cycle, but DeFi is definitely going to be a clear winner as far as the narrative goes, in my opinion, especially where I'm from. People are expecting policy and regulation to like cool off a little bit to like give people more room to build and grow. So DeFi is definitely something people are looking at to get a yield and to grow on. But no, what you said, I 1000% agree. If we want more people onboarded into this space, and even people that are in this industry to have an easier path to success or just operability within the space, we got to make things simpler. With layer ones, layer twos, layer 1000s, like that, like these type of lingo for the masses might be hard to understand. So DeFi projects and different partners like that making DeFi easier is definitely a way to make Web3 more mainstream. The more people that are interacting on the blockchain is going to be the better for everyone. Yeah, so I will say like to people who are listening or maybe don't understand or new to Web3 space, and Ethereum is amazing blockchain, very decentralized. Building on top of Ethereum is a way to basically provide security. But building a layer 2 on top of that is able to basically make the transactions cheaper and quicker. So that's why sometimes it might be frustrating to go through like a protocol or to basically onboard it to layer 2s. But there's benefits to layer 2s that maybe a layer 1 can't provide. So having on basically projects that make that process easier is going to help onboard way more people into Web3.
Yeah, 100% Matthew. And yeah, Nelly, sorry for stepping in here, but yeah, I also have lots of questions on my side. And yeah, Matthew, indeed, I think this is crucial for such campaigns as the ongoing LXPL campaign and AlphaMind, where people actually get the feel and touch and experience of those DeFi projects that our talented people and builders from Linea are, you know, showing to the world. So it's great to have such programs and getting the people to actually have this touch and feel experience. And actually a question connected to that, you know, and I know that a lot of users, they've seen that we've been through a lot with Linea recently in terms of our collaboration with Linea and AlphaMind through the LXP campaign, LXPL campaign, the first IDO on AlphaMind happening on Linea chain, and so on and so forth. So it's been a very strategic roadmap that we've been implementing together. So I was wondering, and a lot of people are asking from the community, why, maybe you can elaborate from your perspective, why did you guys choose AlphaMind, and how do you see our strategic collaboration moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all human. We haven't approached the part of the world where we're all like plugged into AI robots. So we need people to do different things. And our role at Linea is we want to grow the ecosystem and work with different partners. But there's a lot of things that Alpha Minds bring to the table that you take off our hands. Having someone that's like community driven, like multi-chain launchpad to like help project succeed, you guys are able to offer like a more hands-on approach to everyone because as Linea like onboards millions of people through the MetaMask debit card, there's only one Matthew Larose and a few other BD people to go around. So you need projects like AlphaMind and like people like Nelly to help those people like launch projects, like get in the trenches with those people to help them win. And you guys have a invested success with helping those projects. Their success is your success. So having partners like AlphaMind is very beneficial to the Linea ecosystem, in my opinion.
Oh, Matthew, thank you so much for this. And I appreciate a lot these words. Indeed, our goal behind AlphaMind is to be more than a launchpad. It is to bring back the true Web3 values, both to the community and to startup founders, and to bring to community those early projects before even VCs and big guys know about them, before QL started talking about them. Bring them to the community and let community learn about the product, test it, try it, share feedback, use the testnet, use the mainnet, etc., and interact with the protocols and projects on an early stage, because in this way we can make community feel associated with the projects and understand, think not only in the parameters of token up or down or whatever, yeah, but think in the parameters of why do you need this another project in the ecosystem? What value does it bring? Does it make your life easier in Web3? Does it make your fees cheaper? Does it make your transactions faster? Does it make your operations more secure? And so on and so forth. And I'm so proud that our community is indeed has nothing to do that with those flippers mindset. I mean, and truly understands that this DIR, this early research, is essential. But of course, at the same time, we are very much focused on bringing the best cherry-picked, those fat, sweet, good projects to our pipeline. And I'm looking forward to reveal even more that we have by the end of this year, and even more we have on January, because, a lot of projects, they decided that once Bitcoin hits all-time high, they will start announcing their own token IDOs and so on and so forth. So right now it will be really big, heavy bull season for new tokens and new projects.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's exciting times as Bitcoin is about to probably hit 100,000 by the time you're watching this at home. But yes, I love AlphaMind's approach of like community first. That's why we're seeing different meme coins have success this cycle. Well, with most cycles, but it starts with the community before you go do big things. So I love y'all's approach to helping founders and early projects succeed.
Awesome. We are here together with you. And guys, right now we will switch to the questions from the community. First, as I promised, we will start with questions from Discord. I saw a lot of questions in the live chat on YouTube, and plus also some people are asking about secret word reveal. Let's agree that we will reveal secret word after we ask questions from community in Discord, okay? And of course, Matthew will choose the best questions that he truly likes. And the first one that I truly want to ask, I love this question. What's the craziest of the most unexpected use cases you've seen deployed on Linea so far? I think it's an excellent question.
Yeah, so amazing question. This one is that's a tough question. But one of the things I've seen, one of our ecosystem partners, Imaginary NFTs, they're doing like AI generated NFTs. So like that was pretty cool. I will say in the future, just stay tuned. Keep an eye out for Zero Lend and MYX partners, they are coming out with some pretty cool meme products that are kind of be different in the market. So I will say some of the stuff that they're doing might be a little unexpected when it comes to memes, but I really like what imaginary NFTs are doing with like AI generated NFTs.
Imaginary NFTs and AI generated NFTs. I even saw AI generated projects, right? And tokens and meme coins as well somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah, you might be talking to an AI person now. You never know if I'm real or not. So it's a fascinating world. Everything's moving very fast.
Come on, you're real. And I even saw that some people from YouTube were asking where to get the same sweet shot as you have with Linea logo. I think on the events, maybe you can get some merch from Linea, right?
Yeah, you got to come by our booth. We had some awesome fans. It was like instead of saying paper fans, it said paper like it scratched out paper the word paper hands, and but it had fans. I wish I had one. I should have brought one to show you. But yes, we have very cool swag.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think this can be one of the next raffles as demanded by the community on AlphaMind. We'll figure this out. Awesome. Let's move on with the next one. So yeah, guys, we have lots of very interesting questions. So let's see, we have time for everything. But yeah, the next one goes as follows. So Linea uses ZK EVM for scalability and EVM compatibility, but ZK rollups face challenges in balancing scalability, decentralization, and security. So what obstacles has Linea encountered, and how does it plan to stand out from competitors like ZK Sync and Polygon ZK EVM in the long run? So very DeFi focused question. So Matthew, you love it, I'm sure.
Yes, so I will say my background is not in the dev, so like speaking the program language of Solidity, Rust, and Python might not be my skill set. But one of the things I will say is the consensus, the MetaMask brand have been around a long time, and the Linea team that have come from that, like we have a lot of experience. We've done a lot of testing. We've done a lot of auditing by third parties. We've invested a lot of time to make this chain and to continue to invest time to make it as secure and eventually decentralized as possible. Most people that don't know the benefits of ZK rollup and EVMs is like other layer twos that aren't ZK rollup. They actually like might take like 7 days to actually like complete the hash and transaction on chain. So ZK rollup like expedites that process and not be 7 days. Yeah, and then when you pose kind of the question you mentioned like what's different than competitors. I agree. I don't like on this call like I don't during this call I don't know how many tokens and blockchains are launched during this small hour as we head to 100,000 Bitcoin. I'm sure all kind of different things are happening on chain. So yes, I agree. We don't need a million layer ones and layer twos and layer 1000s, but kind of one of the things that we add value to the market is not every layer two has a MetaMask and a consensus backing it from not only their employees, but from their brand, their marketing and support. We plan on doing big things. Polygon is amazing blockchain, but there's other great layer twos. So I'm here for like we're excited to see a lot other layer two blockchains in the space succeed, but we're definitely want to do big things and throw our name in the hat as far as building in this space.
That's awesome, Matthew. I wouldn't say it better. Thank you for elaborating. Yeah.
Yeah, and the lack of dev experience was not visible at all. And next time, I know you have very strong ethics, but next time you can be more harsh with your competitors. Don't hesitate.
Oh yeah, I'll do that offline, but online, I'll show a little bit prettier face, be a little bit more nice.
Lovely. I have another cool question from the user Tekushi. And he's asking, he would love to see a small allocation of the Linea native token launching on AlphaMind platform. Is Linea planning to launch token on some platforms, or it will be direct listing?
That's a good question. I will say we're still having discussions like I mentioned earlier, like, hey, we're going to announce stuff on Twitter because we want to get feedback from the community. Honestly, that's a hard that's a hard answer to navigate our question in a sense because honestly, like for me, like we want to reward our users, especially early on, people like yourself that have been with us from the beginning. We want to reward those users on our chain. So we just got to make sure we do the right allocation for everyone possible. So trying to figure that out with it's kind of like like popular kid at the high school. Like everyone wants the token and allocation and stuff like that. So we just want to make sure we do everything in a way where everyone feels heard and also like gets a proportion like what they contributed to the network. So long, I did a bob and weave there, but long story short, follow Twitter, follow AlphaMind for updates to be continued and to be determined as we head into Q1 of next year.
Wonderful. And I want to say something to our community, both AlphaMind and Linea community that is watching us today. So guys, we found Linea last year and from personal use case, actually. Even before we started building and developing AlphaMind, we fell in love, literally. And it's not just an advertising. I don't get any rewards for saying this, I promise. It's a sincere opinion that evolved with the time, and lucky chance that there was no disappointment, but just more and more convincement that Linea is the right choice. And I can tell you just from my personal experience why so. Yeah, just a couple of points. First, what I love in Linea is an absolutely different approach towards the community. I love that you do not treat community like monkeys, just engaging them with some silly drops and tap, swap and something else activities. I love that you educate community while engaging, while growing retention, while growing the activities in the community. You educate a lot, and that is really amazing. It allows even newbies or not very crypto savvy guys, not DeFi savvy guys, to understand the scope of what products do we have in different niches from one to another, what they need to perform different activities. And second, what I love as well is, and maybe it refers to this point as well, again, around the community, compared to many other protocols that, well, everyone does mistakes, and that's normal. We do mistakes, you do mistakes, everyone does. If you don't do mistakes, you usually don't do anything. But what I noticed is that while other protocols, they always keep their face by not recognizing their mistakes. And when they do something silly, they never say, just sorry to the community, we will hear your opinion and we will do it better next time. It's so simple. It's such a simple thing, but I did not see it in any other big L2 or other chains, right? But in Linea, I saw it few times when, for example, in AMA sessions, in your Twitter spaces, etc., when your colleagues just came up to the community saying, hey guys, yeah, the previous event was, for example, structured not in the best way. We will do better. We hear your opinion. We will do better next time. And that is, I think, also highlights a lot that your words about community first and your real actions are not that different. You do what you say. That is what I love in Linea.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, accountability is a good thing. I believe we're human. We're gonna make mistakes. Anytime humans are involved, there's going to be adversity and things to overcome. If someone just came out and be like, oh, I put in a contract and it was the perfect smart contract and brought millions of users and everyone on chain succeeded and went on to be trillionaires, like that's not going to happen. We're talking about humans here. So yes, we're going to win and lose at life together. We're going to learn and grow as we go forward. So yes, that's the importance of talking to the community is like getting feedback, but also like we want to like if there's a pivot or adjustment we need to make, that's the part of the beauty of having conversation and feedback from the community.
Yeah, 100% agree with what Nelly said. Also sign up by every word. And actually connected question. The next one we have in the pipeline about the engagement aspect. So how does Linea plan to deepen community engagement beyond token incentives? So what initiatives do you plan to implement for active user participation in development? So maybe this is something that you guys already thought about with the upcoming TG.
Yeah, so right now we're actually doing a like 2.5 ETH weekly reward to builders on chain. So we're doing different things with protocols and giveaways for people building on our chain and for people to show, hey, living your life on chain. So there might be things with like the MetaMask, MasterCard, debit card of like you using this in your everyday life, like around that. So there's going to be initiatives and incentives like that. But just to kind of show you our commitment to helping people within our ecosystem. Heck, well, I'm here doing an interview with you guys, but not just that. Like we one of the eFrogs community, they recently launched a thing called Pond.fun. They did it's basically a meme coin launchpad. Well, one of the head BDs from Linea, Christopher, he did an amazing job live stream from the Linea build Twitter. They had 49,000 live listeners and they had like 100,000 plus impressions where we highlighted a partner in our ecosystem to just talk about Pond.fun and the things that they can do on their protocol. And that was one of the days that they had their most tokens launched, one of their most trading volume, most transactions. There's actually a meme coin called Linpus that came out of that live stream, and they're having success on our chain right now. They're like at an 800,000 market cap because they saw that we were willing to support and anything that we can to different people in our community building and just doing different initiatives that we want to show like, hey, we're here to help you win any way that we can.
This is awesome, Matthew. And this is actually another thing I love about Linea is your guys' unique approach to actually helping and supporting the projects, not just on a mass scale by throwing whatever you can just it's there on the market, but actually designing the specific solutions and the specific development support to what's actually is needed for the builders. So I think this is awesome, and I think that's why we're also on the back end working heavily on building the strong pipeline of Linea native projects for the upcoming IDOs on AlphaMind as well.
Speaking about projects and products on Linea and connecting with your DeFi expertise, Matthew, another question from the community. With the launch of Linea mainnet, what new DeFi products are planned and how will they differ from existing solutions on the market? I think it's a very good question, by the way, because again, considering interoperability and that many platforms these days go cross-chain or multi-chain, a lot of platforms, they have similar products. And do you have something special in DeFi vertical that we should know about?
Well, I will say MYX and ZeroLend, who are partners of ours, they have some pretty cool products coming out around meme coins and trading that I haven't seen in other parts of the market. So I will say stay tuned for different partners within our ecosystem. Yeah, I mean, DeFi is a space that's going to continue to grow, and we have a lot of partners on our chain building. So I would just say stay tuned. ZeroLend and MYX are doing some cool stuff. The eFrogs and Crooks community, they have some stuff cooking. Yeah, so I would say for as far as DeFi goes, just stay plugged into AlphaMind and Linea Twitter and socials to kind of see the updates.
Awesome. That's great. That's perfect. Let's go with the next ones. We still have a few more, but I think these are just so interesting questions. So we just have to do till the end. So the next one is, how do you envision the evolution of user interaction with decentralized applications over the next 5 years? What steps need to be taken to improve understanding of Web3 amongst the broader audience? So I think this is a very valid question, and actually how does Linea envision this massive, let's say, outreach and in adaptability of Web3 amongst the Web2 users?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's immense value with going decentralized. That way, not having one party control everything. I think that's what people like about freedom is freedom of choice and not having someone control things or like control the way you want to interact. So I think decentralization is huge for this space. But with your question highlighted something very important. Uh, Actually, I need to think of some ways of how we can help um, elevate and promote people educating, but we need more people educating in this Web3 space. Unfortunately, we haven't, as a culture in Web3, we haven't made it cool to educate. The other things that are cool in the Web3 culture is not necessarily like the onboarding and education process. So yes, we definitely with videos. We just came out with our MetaMask came out with like a gas station about like how to do swaps without gas fees. But they did a really cool video. I had so many people that like they weren't just hitting me up because Bitcoin hit 100K. They were hitting me up like asking questions about the MetaMask gas station that I'm still learning about. I know more about the MasterCard side, but it's stuff like that with having simple videos to explain stuff is going to help the Web3 ecosystem again, because we just talked about on the previous questions, there's a lot of DeFi projects and protocols coming out. Well, where are the educators to help fill that gap when it comes to all the great products being built in Web3?
You just remind me that we did not do videos with our dear mascot, Mr. Uni. It is the unicorn. The last video we did about Linea, actually, but it has been a few weeks without new videos, so we should do the new one with simple and clear explanations. Mr. Uni revealing some education and news for the community. We will do it shortly. And meanwhile, Matthew, another question that I truly love, and I think it shows the good understanding of how different protocols evolve and grow. We all feel bullish on Linea, and Linea is showing already impressive growth in TVL, competing with established network. What key factors are driving this growth, and what is the team's plan to further boost TVL and attract more capital to the ecosystem? Amazing question.
Absolutely. We want to become the home network for the world. So one of the narratives we're leading with is the payments network. So onboarding people with the MetaMask MasterCard is going to be obviously one of the things we're going to execute on. Also, for when it comes to just building on our chain, like one of the things we're working on too is as far as increasing TVL. Well, yes, the MasterCard is amazing, but what kind of blue chip protocols do you have on chain? So we're talking with a lot of big partners as far as bringing other blue chip DeFi protocols to chain. That's definitely part of the Q1 strategy. But again, it's also very bullish, not just bullish on unicorns, but very awesome to work with partners like AlphaMind that can help with rewards and daily like allocations when it comes to new founders and launch pads and things of that nature as far as helping different communities and projects get off from the ground floor. But we are definitely looking at other blue chip DeFi protocols to bring to Linea to offer more DeFi opportunities. But also we're going to lean in heavy on the payments narrative with the users that the MetaMask MasterCard debit card is going to bring.
By the way, as you already have suggestion for the MasterCard or the MetaMask design. It should be solid black metal card, gold fox in the center. One of the users in the live chat on YouTube suggested.
Oh, I love that idea. I'll put in a good word. We'll see what kind of impression I can make. I made a joke earlier when I hopped on, and like there's a quote of "Success leaves clues." We all dressed up in all black today, so maybe we add a little bit gold on the MasterCard. So we'll see. We'll see. We're all stunting very great like clothing. So.
Yeah, 100% actually. So like a couple of comments at the beginning of the session as well, like everybody noticed our outfit for today. So yeah, guys, a funny coincidence, but yeah, nothing happens just because of no reason. So maybe there's a clue behind that. Awesome, Matthew. So there is still a couple of questions to go, and I think have a couple of minutes left. So let's go for them. So looking at the growing list of projects contributing to Linea's ecosystem, such as Zero Land and Calc, which lead in TVL, what steps is the team taking to support this project and encourage the development of even more high impact apps across diverse sectors? I think you've mentioned and answered partially this question already, but maybe you can just summarize what are the ongoing activities you have for the builders to support them, and maybe some plans for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Mentioned it earlier. We did a live stream with Pond.Fund. Sometimes helping add value to our partners is just making introductions. If making an introduction from Linea, which has the branding from Consensus to the MetaMask, might carry a lot more weight than if someone was just shotgunning to like send a cold message. So we're definitely helping partners with intros and helping facilitate negotiations for deal flow. We're open to do things outside the box to help promote the builders, like a Twitter live stream or Twitter Space. Not this might be some alpha too. Like we're looking at doing like expanding, having Linea have videos and KOLs on TikTok. So we're thinking outside the box of like any way we can help get the word out about Linea's amazing partners. We're open to at least having the conversation to explore that, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe other companies in Web3, they might not be open to, I don't know, a TikTok video or a live stream Twitter space. Might be a little bit more corporate-y. So we're open to doing a lot of things to helping partners in our ecosystem win.
Wonderful. Matthew, one of the last questions that we've selected from the Discord community that also relates to the growth potentially, because the question is about expanding from EVM to other networks as well. And the user is asking, blockchain is better when it has multiple root access and integrations to other networks too. So multi-EVM integrations help a lot in scalability and increasing throughput for the network. Is Linea just focus entirely on Ethereum scaling? Or do you plan also to add other routes in the future to have this interoperability with other networks outside the EVM?
Absolutely. So great question. I might need to call a 1-800 Linea engineer hotline. But what I will say is, again, our narrative and our goal is we want to be the home network for payments. We want to be the payments rail when it comes to financial payments. So that might involve doing different things in the future to meet that goal, to handle all the transactions. So I'm not saying that day won't come, but I will say that we'll have to circle back on that one as far as like giving an exact answer from a thought process from an engineer. My crypto score might not be as good as the devs as far as people actually getting in the nitty gritty of when it comes to the EVMs and ZK rollups when it comes from the technical side.
But I'm still surprised how easy you reply all these questions, because sometimes it's difficult even to read them.
Well, being on in the last two weeks, I've been at 2 conferences. DevCon was amazing in the North American Blockchain Summit. Having conversations with people in face to face and like Zoom calls like this, actually having conversations with people building. I'm not saying I'm not prepared for any questions you have, but I've been asked a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm ready I'm open to at least answering any question. And going back to the human thing, like you've mentioned, there's been part of the reasons why you chose our chain to partner with is like accountability, is like just acknowledging the fact that, hey, we're human. I'm not perfect. I know we're gonna make mistakes, but the thing is, we're willing to grow for them and learn from them and see how we can improve, because Web3 is going to have a lot of choppiness and up and downs, but just having conversations and talking to builders is how I believe we're going to make this space better.
Awesome. And guys, we promised to reveal to you the secret word. So right now on AlphaMind, you have a quest for all those good guys and girls who joined us today in the live stream and will watch the recording later on. So the quest is about secret word from Linea Alma. And I know you are bullish about Linea. We are bullish about Linea. So obviously the secret word is Linea Bulls. Linea from the capital letter and Bulls from the capital letter. Maybe our team will also type it in the live chat here, so you know how to spell it. So go to AlphaMind, enter this secret word Linea Bulls and get your 3,200 karma points right away to scale up your tier growth. And meanwhile, Matthew, would you like to reveal any kind of alpha for the community, or it's better to leave it for the next time conversation? Just tell us.
Yeah, so I'll give you some teasers. So one I mentioned, you might see some stuff come out on TikTok for some Linea socials. I will say one of our partners called Hodler, they're doing some stuff with blockchain games and payments. I would say to keep an eye out on that partner. They have some stuff coming down the pipeline. So I would say that's some alpha of things to come for Linea.
Awesome. So we should go to TikTok, type Linea in the search, right? And then find.
Well, I'm just saying, just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. I don't know what. I just woke up from I've had a night's rest, so I don't know what's happened overnight. You know, Bitcoin going to 100,000, a lot can happen, but there's a lot of traction on TikTok, and we're paying attention. So anything that we can do to help spread socials there might be an avenue. And also, one of our amazing partners, Hodler, they have some cool stuff coming out with blockchain games. Maybe even part of season 2. We'll see.
Wonderful. We know you Hodler very well, so hope very soon you will see them on AlphaMind as well. And now it's time for you, Matthew, to choose the best questions that you really liked. 3.
Yes. So, well, the first question, the one that was like the most unexpected use case you've seen deploy in Linea so far, that one was a good one. Like, that's one that I'm not normally used to hearing. So I would say that one is a winner in my opinion. I've met people talking about like tokenizing bananas and people talking about doing crazy stuff, but actually doing it on chain, like that was a very good question. So I loved that question. So yes, please choose that one as one of the winners.
Wonderful. So this is the user Jogador Deus. Sorry if I pronounced it in the wrong way, but we will get in touch with you in Discord and organize your rewards. Now the second one.
I like the question about the Q1 and 25, like what they asked what we're doing in Q1 to consider like the growth in crypto and with the anticipated airdrop. That's a very good question. I know I've mentioned it several times, but having a good narrative like becoming the financial payments network of the world in Q1, like that is definitely something that's important. So that question was around that. So I really enjoyed that one.
Wonderful. So the user detaya.etf. If you are watching this, we will get in touch with you in Discord and organize the rewards. Great question. And the third one?
Yes, so the person who asked the question, they were like, I would like a small allocation on the AlphaMind platform. Is Linea, planning anything collaboration or what's the plug for tokens? You always get those questions everywhere I go. When token? When can you pump my bags? When this? When that? So that question always comes, and one person was bold enough to ask that. So I would say let's have that person be the winner. And they threw an AlphaMind. So let's give that person.
I cannot agree more with you. This is just an awesome allocation of the rewards, I would say.
Yeah.
So Tikushi, if you watch this, we will get in touch with you shortly in Discord to share the rewards. Bravo to all those who submitted their questions. The most important thing, guys, I think it's to get direct, honest answer from the person whom it's difficult to reach in everyday life. But Matthew, thank you so much that you came here, revealed your wisdom, answered all the questions, and even gave us some, anticipation on the next things that are coming. I feel more bullish than I was an hour ago. And congrats to all those who won the rewards.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you for choosing our blockchain to win on. And I look forward to Bitcoin going to 100,000 and beyond, Ethereum going to 10,000 and beyond. And I look forward to building and working with great founders and developers with you guys. So thanks for having me.
Wonderful. And you should agree that this format, okay, everyone in crypto loves Twitter Spaces, but this format is better since you can see each other, you can talk to each other, and people also from the community can look at us and understand that you are not AI.
Yeah, absolutely. I've hosted meetups where I am locally in Dallas, Fort Worth for a year and a few months, but I've also been part of the meetup community for like 5 years. So there's definitely something that happens when you're having conversations on Zoom calls where you see face to face or in person. That's where better connections are made, in my opinion. I love Twitter Spaces and internet friends and stuff like that, but to take ground, you still got to do it the old-fashioned way, like actually meeting people and having Zoom calls, in my opinion.
Awesome. So thanks a lot to our lovely community in YouTube and everywhere. Yeah, guys, we will be in touch with you as always, and stay tuned for the next announcements and next big news from AlphaMind and from Linea. If you understood our today's AMA session, there will be a lot of them in the upcoming weeks and months. Thank you, everyone who was watching.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, Matthew, you're the best. Take care, guys. And yeah, just use your time wisely before the end of the ongoing LXPL campaign. Just grab max you can, tell everyone around you. And yeah, as Nelly said already, lots of opportunities coming next weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you so much, guys. Nelly, Matthew, you're the best.